Who is a distinguished pharmacist himself, and he's not only practiced here in Ghana but also outside. And I have Dr. Kwadwo Asante here. Doc, welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're doing well.
I'm doing well by God's grace.
So you're not based here?
Actually, I'm based in the United States, but
Right.
I decided to come down to come visit family and to do other things. Yeah.
So what does it take to be a pharmacist?
Oh, that's a good question. So my background is in economics, basically. I went to Prempeh College and then proceeded to tech, as they call it then,
Yes.
the KNUST. I did land economy over there. And by God's grace, I got the opportunity to travel. When I got to the state, I had to talk to people. And I realized that if you want to really function over there and then be successful, so to say, then the medical field is the right way to go. It was actually a very big leap.
Yeah, because from London economy
can you imagine?
that's like a huge jump.
Oh yeah, I took a leap of faith because people told me it was not possible. Thinking about all these classes you have to take, all the things you have to go through. But God being so good, I took that leap of faith, and by God's grace, I went in. It was tough.
Yeah, because I want to find out exactly how tough it was. I have friends who, I went to Presec, I graduated from Presec, and then some of my mates did pharmacy. Okay. And they tell you, bro, forget about doctors. We are even struggling so hard to get it done.
Yeah, it's really tough. It's really tough. You have to be really ready to go. And unfortunately for me, I got into an accelerated program. So think about it. People go 1 to 6, but I had to do it in 3 years. So it was crazy to begin with. If you look at it critically, it was crazy looking at where you're coming from without a background. You've not done the biology and all that stuff. But then you have to take that leap into medicine. It was hard. But fast forward, here we are by God's grace. And I've been practicing for about 13 years now.
13?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So looking back and then also looking at the system out there and here, we don't produce much here. What do you make of that? Local production of drugs?
I think so Ghanaians are doing well, basically, but the problem has been the fact that we are not able to really maintain the standards. You know, because everybody will tell you one medicine is healing about 20, 25 diseases. And then you ask yourself, how is that possible? Because in the system, not every organ is able to function doing all these functions, many functions at the same time. So it begs the question, when sometimes I hear some of these commercials talking about this will do this, do that, I sometimes question them. I'm praying and hoping that a time will come where we'll have a standardized medicine, where you know for sure that this is what this medication is doing. And if you take one time and another time, it's just the same standard as we have back there. Because you can have it today, it might work for you, but tomorrow you take it and it wouldn't be functional because it's not standardized. So that's my focus, hoping that we'll get to that point where it's all standard, and once you take it, it is also very efficacious and doing the job.
Because I look at the markets and you realize that we seem to be importing more from the UK, also from India. What is it about India when it comes to medicine?
That's a good question. So India is exploring.
Yes.
They are exploring. They will just go into any field. As long as the market and the niche is there for them, they will go into it. And I believe because of the economic system we have here, it's much cheaper getting it from India. Because even back in the States, things are very expensive. So if you should bring medicine from America to Ghana, I bet you only the rich people, so to say, will be able to purchase them. So it looks like they have to go to India, where medicine is much cheaper. The question then again is it really standard medication? That's been the problem, because one, they're not really preparing them well for us. So if you take it, it might work for somebody, it might work for you today, but the next day it might not work because we are not able to really determine how standardized they are. But with that said, we have the ingenuity in Ghana. Looking at all the prospects that we have, if only we can invest into it more, I believe a time will come where we'll be able to rely on our medication over here, and it will go a long way to help us.
I mean, in all you've said, all I keep hearing is standardization, standardization. How crucial is that in the medicine space?
That is very crucial in the fact that if you eat food today, you want to know that the food that you're putting into your system is going to be beneficial to you. and then say your best restaurant that you go to every day. You are rest assured that once you go over there, you get the right food, and then you'll be okay. But when it comes to medicine, it's the same thing. Once it goes into the body, it's not coming out. So make sure that the medicine that you're taking is the same quality all the time. It's going to do what it tells you it's going to do. Because if you tell me that medicine is going to help save my bladder, but then I take it and it's not functional, I've actually put a chemical into my body, and once it goes in there, come what may, has a side effect to your body. And that's why I keep saying standardize. If the FDA is able to regularize all these, then the possibility that a time will come where you know for sure that as long as a medicine is for this particular disease or ailment, once it goes into your system, it's going to do the purpose for which it is for.
Quite interesting. And with that, what would it take? Because I know that we have some regulators who are supposed to ensure that this standardization is done in terms of medicine. So yes, in recent times, we've even had the FDA crack down on some medication because they are not duly registered, among others. What will it take to be able to properly or ensure that we have this issue of standardization given that premium that it deserves? Because it's very important, like you said.
It's very true. But the fact is so, having been around a little bit now too long and talking to people, it's all about profit for everybody. That's all they want. So they don't really care about the person and what they're giving to them. Somebody can sell you something that they particularly know is not workable, or is not functional, it's not going to do the purpose for which they're giving it to you. But then because they're making money out of it, they don't care about the consequences or the repercussions that's going to happen to a fellow brother or sister. To me personally, I think we need a mind renewal. The fact that you want to dupe your brother or sister without recognizing what the effect is going to be is a bad thing. So we just have to renew our minds. And then again, we have these agencies. Are they really functional? They have to really step up a little bit. And I believe once we all come together as a stakeholder, we'll be able to get it done.
And I notice a phenomenon here, and I'm sure that you would also have noticed it, that, oh, I have headache. Oh, I took this brand of medicine. It worked. So let me just get some for him. Instead of getting to a health facility to even get checked in the first place. We don't do that. How dangerous is it for just taking recommendations from people and then popping those pills?
That's very dangerous. But, I mean, it's become the norm. I mean, back in the day, our mothers, when they're sick, they'll tell you, oh, it's headache. They don't even have any background in medicine, but they can just pre-diagnose you. They tell you, oh, your brother had a similar situation. This is what I gave them, and it was able to get them better. So it becomes a thing the way we just do it without really knowing the background. But I believe more so is because of the cost or the money involved. Not many people can afford to go see a doctor regularly. So when it's time for them to go for a checkup, I bet you if you should poll about 100 people, and not many of them have seen their doctor probably in a year or two. But back in the States, it is something that you're required to do at least every year. Go see your doctor, do your physical, so they can check you out. It's just like you driving a car. It gets to a point where you have to take the car to the mechanic, have them check it out. So once you have a clean bill of health, then following suit, when something happens, you can pretty much tell that, hey, this is what is causing this problem, and then you can take it from there.
Right. So I'm still having a conversation with Dr. Kwadwo Asante, and this morning we're talking about the pharmaceutical industry. We will also be getting to exactly why he is in Ghana, because I understand there are so many exciting things that we should be looking to his presence here. Now, he has been practicing for over 13 years and doing that mainly in the United States of America, and he's back to the motherland to embark on some other activities. So, Doc, talk to me exactly about why you're here.
Why I'm here? Yeah, that's a good question. So, for whatever reason, I came back, I believe, 2011.
Okay.
And then I've never been back since.
Since 2011?
Yeah, tell me about it, yeah.
But you've missed so much.
Real Papa Samo. I got to the airport and everything looks so different.
Right.
Ghana is actually improving, thanks to the leadership. Yeah, so I'm finally back. And I think it's about time to give back to the society, to the community.
Right.
It's about time that we have to remember our roots. Like I said, being there, the purpose is to go get yourself better, improve your life and that of your family, make money, so to say. But it's been all these years and I've not made the money yet. Yeah, we're still hoping that one day we'll make the money. But looking back,
right.
I figured it was time, because if you have to wait till the end before you can give back to the community, it will take you forever. So myself and my partner, a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine named Dora Ampon, sorry.
Right.
Oh, she's gonna give me a flag for getting the name wrong. Yeah,
Dorothy Dora.
Yeah. All these, right?
All these, man.
Yeah,
with an O and R.
Exactly.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah, Dora Ampon in Virginia.
Right.
She's a very good friend of mine. She's been in philanthropy for a while now. So we started talking, and she was telling me all the things she's been doing regularly in Ghana, helping people that are in need. It kind of caught my attention. She would do boreholes for people in the community that she comes from. It got my attention, so we started talking. And we came up with the idea to get a foundation, like an NGO, to help widows. To help widows, yeah, because they are like a marginalized group in the community, kind of put aside sometimes. Myself, I'm a victim because my father died when I was young, at the age of 13 when father passed. And I remember the things that we went through then. Family was not there to support. Yeah, in public they will tell you they will be there, but when they need be, they are not there. So we came up with a foundation that we've built called the Vital Trust Foundation.
Vital Trust.
Vital Trust Foundation. And the idea is to help raise money. We are pre-financing and self-financing it right now. We want to give money as a seed money to widows so they'll be able to start something for themselves. I believe the adage that goes that if you teach somebody how to fish, be able to fish for themselves rather than you giving them fish.
fishes.
So it's not more like a donation for you to go just spend, but something to help you establish a business, set yourself up so that in the nutshell you'll be able to take care of your family, take care of your kids. Like I said, I did not get that help when we were in need. We had to struggle. My mom had to go through a whole lot, pull through a whole lot. But by God's grace, here I am. So Vital Trust is here. We were in Kumasi about 3 days ago, where we pulled about 5 widows. We gave each one of them 5,000 Ghana cedis, just so they can start something little. And we're not just handing out the money, we just want to give it to them, but there's going to be a follow-up too.
And that's one of the things I want to find out, because usually when people just dole out monies to people thinking that they will be used for a purpose, sometimes it gets diverted. So what's the plan to ensure that this seed capital that you're providing to these widows really goes into getting a life for themselves? Yeah,
that is very true, because somebody had told me that when you come from outside and then you give the money, there's no enforcement, there's no follow-up. So we actually have a country rep who's going to be following up with them. And like I said, I'm not going to stay back there for 14 years before I come back again. So now I'm going to be coming down pretty frequently, just to follow up. And I was trying to get like a WhatsApp group for them, just so we can communicate with them each and every time, see how they're doing, if there's a need to augment whatever we've given them before, if there's a need to help direct them in any shape or form. So more or less, we'll be following up with them to see if they're actually doing what they said they were going to do, to be accountable for it.
And how do you come by these women?
So the first time we did this, we went through Sompa Radio in Kumasi. So we had spoken to the host. She pulled a few widows, and her basis was to do it for the younger ones, those that are young.
The younger widows.
Widows, especially with young children who are not working as of the time that we're doing the donation. It was so funny. She said somebody had come to the studio, and she looked at her and it's like, yeah, you were a widow, but I'm not gonna allow you to come to this group because it feels like you're not in need. But I met a few of them, and the stories were very sad, very touching. So it actually dawned on me that we're doing something great and something good and something to really pursue further. and hopefully to take it across and help as many people that we can.
Yeah. So what's the plan going forward? Are you looking at expanding, helping more widows? And is it just widows you're targeting with Vital Trust?
Vital Trust, I mean, the basis is to empower widows,
Okay.
maybe restore their hope a little bit and try to sustain their lives in the future. But we hope to branch into other needy people as much as we be able to help them. For now, the focus is to help widows, having been the passion and where I'm coming from and where my friend is coming from, GHOne is coming from. So we'll do it with the widows for now. I've had people talk to me about going to villages. And back there, Ghana, the superstition, I have friends who want to help one way or the other, but they don't want to show face.
Exactly.
So we're going to use Vital Trust like an avenue for them so that they'll be able to channel the resources, and then we will go to their villages and help them. In the meantime, we plan to do these donations at least every 6 months. So pull about 10 people, 10 widows, and then do it, get them all together. March, I believe we're coming back. And then in December, 2026, I got it wrong. I don't know why I keep saying 2016 for whatever reason. I want to go back 10 years. Yeah, right. So in December 2026, we want to officially launch Vital Trust on the grand scheme, and then we'll probably bring all the people that we've been able to touch one way or the other that day, so that they all come and tell us their story. And then we'll take it from there.
Right. And so for a young man who has entered into the medical field from land economy, stayed out for long, but has returned to do this to support people here. I'm sure there are a lot of Kwadwo Asantes elsewhere who also perhaps want to do this, but then they don't know why and how, and sometimes because they also don't want to show face. What would be your word to them?
I mean, I would just tell them that sometimes you have to take a leap of faith. Yeah, when something is daunting on you, maybe that's your calling. I've been in other things, doing other things, and I realized this hit me so hard, and it's like a passion for me, where you have sleepless nights over it. So whoever's out there listening to me, whoever is out there, I know there's something that is so dear to your heart. It's become more like a burden, where you feel as though if you don't do it, you're not comfortable. That is how this feels to me right now. Pretty much that is what forced me to come, even though I missed my family that much. I think being in the studio the other day, listening to the women tell their stories, one said the husband got into an accident, and it's like they don't prepare for anything like that. So once something is so passionate to you, I figured it is time to give back to the community, one small way. And I believe we can do all the investment in the buildings and everything. But to me personally, the best investment you can do is to invest into people. Invest into their lives, and that will be a generational investment. So
it's been amazing. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank
and
you so
GHOne.
Oh yes, well, you got the name right. Yeah, you got the name right. Thank you so much, because I know I'm gonna hear about this. How could I get this name wrong?
But you're doing well, and we wish Vital Trust so well, and we're also here to support the cause.
Oh, and before I forget, sorry, not to cut you. So I heard GHOne is doing something remarkable. So I just want to donate my widow's mite or my widow's worth. So I have a donation for 10,000 Ghana cedis to the fund for GHOne.
Thank you so much. So I'll take this on behalf of the company.
Yes.
Kwadwo, congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And this is to support the amazing work that we're also doing. If you've come to realize you would understand that one of the things we do here is to always look for people who are needy, support them through a lifeline to some of them. And we've had people support the cause. Ibrahim Mahama, for instance, has been consistently also supporting. Kwadwo has also donated to support the cause here. Kwadwo, thank you.
You're welcome
so much. We appreciate this gesture so much. So, that's it for today.